So this week on QCU Table Talks, we are talking food.
Now, fellas, when quarantine happened, we started eating a lot. So what I want to know from y'all, favorite food.
Yeah. So I've became some sort of a chef during quarantine, and so my go-to meal right now is making a lemon ricotta pasta. Add a little bit of grilled chicken to that, and
Lemon ricotta? Why lemon in ricotta? I guess that makes sense.
yeah,
It's just like buttered noodles with lemon.
My
Okay.
favorite. I'm a burger guy. I love a good burger, but you got to make it a certain way because like people do too much with burgers, you know. Ideally, just like raw beef. Form the patty, and then you season it, but only salt and pepper. You don't need to get fancy with it. Just salt and pepper, and be generous.
Classic, huh?
And then I go to Kroger, and if you go to their deli, they have cheese that you can buy by the slice. I get it's a Chipotle smoked Gouda. It's simple.
Oh, snap!
I promise you, I'm not messing around with my burgers. It's simple. Put 2 brioche buns in the oven, toast them a little bit. It's simple. And fry up some bacon, slap it on there, and then you have to go. It's I forget who makes it, but it's called Chipotle Gourmet. It's simple. It's like a Chipotle like sauce. Put that on there. Gives it a little bit of kick, a little bit of smoky flavor. It's the best burger you'll ever have.
I love how this man says he's making this simplistic burger, and then he goes through all of that. How to make a burger. So hear me out. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Lo mein. Beef lo mein. It hits different. Hunker down over a nice bowl of beef lo mein.
Okay.
It just hits different.
Okay.
It slaps you right in the jaw. That's what I'm talking about.
So, when everyone had to go into quarantine, we started doing a whole lot of takeout. So, what is the best restaurant in your opinion for takeout?
That's easy. DoorDash. I'm just kidding.
The restaurant of DoorDash.
Oh, dude, IHOP.
That's a hot take.
I like IHOP takeout.
They treat you right.
I wanted to feel like I was at home, even though I was stuck at home.
What was your like go-to item?
Oh, just like their big breakfast thing. So it was like pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Fire.
Casey, what about you?
I've been taking out a lot of Eli's barbecue.
Ooh, big bar.
I went to find the best brisket in Cincinnati,
Actually,
and yes,
what was
and
the best?
it's a toss-up between Eli's and Buck's in New Richmond.
Mine.
Sammy boy.
So my thing is like, if you get takeout, it's going in a box.
Fair
And it's
enough.
got to travel in a box. So when it shows up, it's usually gonna be sloppy. That's why my favorite, I go to the Pontiac. Call
Sloppy
it Pontiac.
Joe?
No. They're wings.
Ooh.
It'll change your life.
Dude, they're fire.
So they're
My
great.
favorite.
But why I love that, because like there's other restaurants that have really great food. Like you can go and get a great waffle someplace. You can go and get a great burger, but it's all gonna show up sloppy or like a little soggy.
Yeah.
So I get some wings.
Where they're
Ooh.
supposed to be drenched.
Yes, they're already covered in sauce. I've also been snacking a lot, and
true.
I've got some opinions about snacks, but I want to hear from y'all. What is like your all-time favorite snack? I'm talking like best of all time, top tier.
Takis. I'm a Takis guy.
Okay.
I'll smack the whole bag in one sitting. There's just something about that lime. It's that
Okay.
lime.
Okay.
I figured it out literally last night while I was smacking a whole bag of Takis. It was the lime.
On a consistent
it was
basis.
just there.
Snacking on some Takis.
Yeah. I buy at least 3 bags a week, I think.
Casey?
Has to be the white cheddar Cheez-Its.
Ooh.
Okay, curveball, yeah.
Yeah, so
I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't expecting
I
that at
don't-
all.
I mean it's the only snack I get from the store.
Really?
Yeah, I get 2 boxes every time I go to the store, and finish those 2 boxes that day.
So me and Casey know what's up about snacking.
Mine has got to be Little Debbie's own Nutty Bars. Or is it Nutty Buddies? I've always called them Nutty Bars
Well,
my whole
Nutty
life. I think
Buddies
they're
are
called
like
Nutty
the
Buddies.
little peanut things.
Like the 2-pack, kind of like
Are those Little Debbie?
Kit Kats. Now, you get a pack of those, but here's the thing. Here's the insider tip that a lot of people don't know.
Give us a tea.
You don't just put it in your pantry, you just eat it, and then you have all this like chocolate all over your hands because it melts quick.
Yeah.
You freeze it.
Smash those things up, and then you're at Cold Stone.
Ooh. Yes, but like you just can't beat just a frozen, just chocolate, wafer, and peanut butter. All right, fellas, we have talked a lot about food, but now I think it's time that we shift our topic conversation over towards the Devo, where we're breaking down this past Sunday's message and how it applies to our lives, really now more than ever. But we'll see you guys next week.
Well, what is up, Queen City Youth? I'm so excited to be with you this week. If we haven't had a chance to meet, my name is Noah, but I'm fairly confident I know many of you very well, and I'm very excited to be able to bring you this week's Devo. This past week, Pastor Brian was talking about our new series as a church that we're going through on Sundays, Detox. And basically, a detox is just getting some things out of your life that need to kind of be out, and then replacing it with some good things. And I know that the message this past week was incredibly encouraging, but it was also very practical. And so we're going to just kind of recap that today. We're going to talk about the message. And if you didn't get to watch on Sunday, you'll get a little bit of context as to what we're talking about tonight. But he started in 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1, and it says this: "With promises like this to pull us on, dear friends, let us make a clean break with everything that defiles or distracts us, both within and without. Let's make our entire lives fit and holy temples for the worship of God." And I know that that's maybe a little bit of heady language, but basically making our lives a temple for God means that everything about our lives, the way we talk, the way we think, our bodies, our words, our actions, all of those things are ways that God can use us and live within us and work within us in our lives. And so basically the thesis statement, the big idea that Pastor Brian brought was our lives move in the direction of our strongest thoughts. And he kind of talked about how science actually backs this up, that there are what's called neural pathways in our minds, and how our minds have the ability to change through neuroplasticity. And if you're into science and things like that, I would love for you to actually do some research. Maybe if that's the kind of thing that interests you, go look it up. It's super cool to see how science actually backs up this thought that our lives move in the direction of our strongest thoughts. And so the question that he put to us was, do you like the way your thoughts are taking you? Do you like the way your thoughts are taking you? Do you like the way you think? Do your thoughts move in the direction of comfort and of peace and of Jesus, or do they move towards anxiety and worry and fear? And I want to make this very clear. If you feel like your thoughts are not taking you in a direction that you want to go, that's okay, because we have the ability to change. And actually, the ability that we have to change is Jesus. Choosing Jesus is our ability to change. And so he talked about Romans 12:2, and it says this: "Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind in Jesus." And that transformation word he talked about was the Greek. We're going to get in the Greek today. That's metamorphio, or metamorphosis. It's changing from the inside. It's a change that we actually don't always make ourselves, but it's Jesus changing us from the inside out. And I love the 2 points that he had. Usually Pastor Brian, he's a 3-point shooter, but this week he went for the slam dunk, 2 points, and he had 2 points for us. Number 1, seek God first. Matthew 6:33 says this: "Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need." That means, hey, he's going to give you the right way to think. He's going to give you the needs that you have physically. He's going to give you the purpose and the plan that he has for your life if we just seek God first. And I love the thought, hey, let's seek God first. Let's not just seek God, but let's make him a priority, the number one priority of our lives. Let's seek him first in everything we do. Let's wake up and let's give him the first of our day. I love that thought. And Pastor Brian actually gave us a tool of how we can give God the first of our day. It's the first 15 minutes, and all we have to do is just give God, hey, 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes in the Bible, and 5 minutes of worship. And I believe that that's a great way for us to start our day off right. In fact, that's something that I need to do more of in my life sometimes, is give God the first of my day, not just make time for him later. The second point was say daily declarations. Say daily declarations. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says this: we destroy every proud obstacle that keeps people from knowing God. We capture the rebellious thoughts and teach them to obey God. And I love that thought that, hey, when we have a thought that doesn't line up with Jesus, doesn't line up with the Bible, we're just going to take that thought captive and say, no, I'm going to choose to think like Christ. And Pastor Brian actually laid out some of his daily declarations, and you can find those at queencitypeople.com/declarations. But hey, youth, I want to say today to you that let's adopt this lifestyle. Let's make this a part of our lives where we give our first and our best to God. We seek him first, and then we also speak the right things over our lives. I love you guys so much, and I know that this semester is going to be incredible, and I want to encourage you, lean in on Sundays. Let's not just make youth a priority. I love that you make youth a priority. I don't want you to stop, but let's lean in on Sundays. Let's really fall in love with Jesus and the local church together. Let's make this a part of our lives, not just a season. So love you guys so much. Hope you have a great night, and we'll see you all